guys, so let me talk to you real quick about this whole greenhouse thing, okay? I'm going to talk to Sarah, but I'm talking to you too, okay? So Sarah, a couple of years ago, I interviewed this guy who was like a greenhouse person, okay? So he was talking about allergies and things like that. And he was telling me that if you suffer from allergies, the way to reduce your allergy symptoms is to reduce the allergens in your home.
Absolutely.
And the best way to do that is with natural cleaners and natural solutions to clean your house. So I decided that I was going to start making my own, cleaners and doing all that. Who's got time, right? I'm a mom of 4 kids. I'm busy, okay? I have my own business. I am all over the place. I'm teaching. I'm doing all kinds of stuff, okay? So that didn't work out too well. So I was like, okay, I give up. I went back to the store. I bought my Clorox cleanup. I got my bleach, my Lysol, all my cleaners that I know clean really well. The problem is they burn my lining in my throat.
Yeah.
My eyes are burned. I mean, it's like chemical warfare, and I can smell it, and for a couple of days, my throat feels like bleached, and I feel like my house is clean, and I've reduced the allergens kind of because I've gotten rid of the germs and whatever, but it's with a price.
Yeah.
So I was listening to Sarah one day talk about the stuff that she uses at home, and I'm like, I don't have time to make my own, so there's something out there that's natural. Then you can go to the grocery store, and they have all these, like, green whatever, but they really don't, I don't feel like my house is clean. Like, I don't want to say any name brands because I don't want anybody to get mad at me, but the store-bought green cleaners do not make me feel like my house is disinfected, okay? So Sarah was like, yeah, I got this stuff, and I'm using it, and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay. And she gives me a sample. This little bottle. I love this bottle, guys. I'm serious. I had to put it in here. She has her own little bottle or whatever. But she gave me this sample, and she was like, I want you to use this in your house, and tell me what you think. And so I was like, okay. When I say that my children and I fought over this, we got down to the last few drops, and I think they were hiding it from me because it smells so good, okay? It's not abrasive, there's no harsh, strong, burn your nose hairs and eyeballs, but you can smell that it's doing something, and I don't know how to explain that, but when you use it, it really does deodorize, and it just makes your home smell amazing, or your restroom, or wherever you use it. And I'm not scared to spray this on my sofa. I'm not scared to spray this on my children. No, I'm just kidding. But
sometimes it's called.
I'm not scared to use this on anything. Whereas before I had all these cleaners that I use for different things, right? So this stuff, no, I use this for everything. And I feel like I found the holy grail of cleaning. Now, if you have all the time in the world to make your own cleaner, you know what I'm saying? You go for it. You do that. That's your thing. You go for it. But me, I don't have that kind of time. And knowing that there's something out there that was already formulated that's based on an essential oil. These are essential oils that are blended, so they're natural. I don't have to worry about what chemical components are in it and all that stuff. I know that it's not only good for cleaning, but it has some health benefits too. I'm going to let Sarah get into all that. I'm going to sip on my tea, y'all, and listen to Sarah talk. But this is all about cleaning green, okay? Your whole house, just where you can clean it and know that your home is all the little buggies and stuff, the little micro bugs and stuff like that are not dancing around your children and I got pets, I got kids, and I've got clients constantly coming into my home. And so, especially this time of year, it's like germy. Everything's germy. And so I like to keep things, it may be messy, but it's not dirty. Okay, Sarah, talk to me. All right, she's got her little spread out here, y'all. Let's talk. How's your tea?
It's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Really, I really appreciate it. I'm on a mission to get folks in a toxin-free life. So most people, their first step into the green living or toxin-free living is through cleaning.
Right. Because we do that more than anything, right? Eat and clean.
Some people start with the diet and nutrition. A lot of people begin with cleaning supplies because we kind of already know that something that kind of burns our eyes or nose or throat might not be the best for us.
Right.
But Thieves Cleaner is absolutely super, super, I'm just going to grab this here. It's super easy. It's literally one capful. One capful, and I fill about 8 ounces of water, 1 capful of Thieves Cleaner, and I can clean anything in my house. I use this for countertops, for floors. I could put it in a washcloth and throw it in my dryer. Throw it in my dryer instead of dryer sheets. It's a deodorizer. So Thieves started out, and the reason why it's called Thieves is from the legend of thieves from like the bubonic plague. So
wait, guys, listen to this. I want you to listen. This is cool. Thieves has a history, like from a long time ago. Okay, so go ahead. Sorry.
So D. Gary Young, the CEO of Young Living, the Young Living essential oils, he's read through and traveled through all of Europe, and throughout this legend keeps coming up, and this is where he formulated his Thieves blend, the essential oils blend, which is rosemary, eucalyptus, lemon, clove, and cinnamon. And he sees these 5 plants. Oh, and some of the legends have more, some of the legends have less, but he noticed these 5 essential botanicals inside of these stories. And these thieves, instead of trying to catch the plague themselves, so they were grave robbers and like they were robbing the dead. Yeah. So they used these botanicals to ward off the plague. So that's how the legend happened. That's what the legend says. And so folks have used these botanicals to keep their wellness up through, periods of crisis inside their families or even inside of our nations, or like if there's an epidemic going on or something like that.
Okay, so I have to say this. Just a little plug-in. Everywhere right now, this is flu season. And we have like a really bad strand out there. Really bad. And so my children and I thus far have not gotten sick. Everyone I know has gotten sick. And not to say that we are expecting or like we usually get sick, but I've been amazed at how my home has not been affected by this. And I mean, almost everyone I know has gotten something. And so since I started using this cleaner, we haven't had issues with illness. And I don't know if there's a correlation, but I'm just claiming that it is.
Well, a lot of other cleaners out there, and I'm not just talking about Thieves, but I'm talking about, the cleaners that disrupt our wellness. Mm-hmm. So there are endocrine disruptors, there are immunosuppressants. While we're cleaning, we might be like kicking, germy butt, but we're also kind of tearing our bodies down. What's amazing with the Thieves line and the Thieves cleaner is because it's powered by essential oils, as you're cleaning, you're maintaining your wellness. So it's you're diffusing it, not diffusing
I diffuse it. I have the oil and I diffuse it. So I don't know if you can see the steam coming out of this, the mist, but she has the diffuser going with the Thieves oil in it, and it smells amazing. It's not an abrasive smell. It's a very calm, very subtle smell, because I'm very sensitive to smells. Like, I do my aromatherapy and stuff. I can put this on every day. Like, this is the main thing in my diffuser. So this is going throughout my house. It's in the air. And it's like I'm cleaning with it, and it's like in the air. So, I mean, we're reaping the benefits of breathing it in.
Absolutely. And essential oils are just really concentrated, like the lifeblood of the plant. So they're steam distilled or they're cold pressed. And so, if you have lemon essential oil, it's like you're reaping the benefits of the entire lemon tree,
right.
Like it's just it's that condensed. So you want to make sure that when you're using essential oils or essential oil infused products like the Thieves line, that you're using grade A oils, which are therapeutic, organic, pesticide free, chemical free. They're not chemical expelled. They're not they're just not overly processed that would kill or disrupt the compounds inside of the oil.
Yes. And so, for years I used essential oils with my at my salon with my hair, like rinses and different things like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know at the time, because I would just go to Rainbow Blossom or Whole Foods or whatever and buy my essential oils. And I put them in my bath. I do all kinds of stuff with my essential oils because I understand that they're the essence of a plant. So for those of you who don't understand how essential oils work, just think of me going around my entire neighborhood cutting every rose off of every plant that I see. And I have like 4 giant garbage bags of roses that my neighbors are like mad at me because I stole all the roses, but whatever. And I get a big pot, I crunch them all down, I put them in this huge pot, and I start boiling them. And the water starts evaporating, and then it settles into another pot, and then it cools, and there's a thin layer of oil at the top of that pot from the roses in the other pot. That thin layer of oil is what I would extract, and that would be the essence of the rose. And that oil would be the essential oil, rose essential oil. So it takes a lot of the plant to make a little bit of the oil. So for those of you who aren't familiar with that process, we're not talking about blending some kind of oil like soybean or corn oil or anything like that. We're actually talking about the oil that comes from that particular plant. And what I used to do is I used to buy the ones that came at the store. And Sarah was like, you don't know how long they've been sitting on that shelf. You don't know what grade. And I was like, they have grades, And she's like, and do not dare ingest. And I'm like, oops, like don't ingest that because you don't know if it's food grade or if if the quality is good enough to be ingested. It doesn't tell you all that. And so I started thinking, okay, I didn't realize not all essential oils were created equally.
Definitely not.
And so I started getting the oils from Sarah, and the quality of, I feel like I'm like, it's like rich. It's like best quality, the smell, the purity. They just seem different. They seem fresher.
There's definitely a difference, and inside of any of the Young Living oils, for example, lemon or orange or tangerine, you're only going to get that plant inside of the bottle. So you're not going to have anything else. D. Gary Young is very, very adamant about making sure that the compounds are intact and making sure that if you're going to be taking the extra mile to use essential oils to be green and chemical free, you don't want to use products that have pesticides in them because you're trying to, step away from that. So having the Thieves, we're talking about cleaning, with the Thieves line, having those, it's a blend of essential oils. It's not a blend of other oils. It's just a blend of those 5 oils, and we have that power of the Thieves. Toothpaste, there's toothpaste, laundry soap, Thieves cleaner, hand sanitizer. Let me tell you how hand sanitizer is one of the most toxic things that we can actually put on our hands.
No.
It's
Is there some
pretty...
Does this have like the little label thing on? I know this is your... I'm sorry. I didn't even ask her if I could do this. Look at that. I just did that.
When you feel it, it's not sticky. And hand sanitizers, did you know it's a biohazard? Like when folks use like...
Oh, man. That's like the only thing. When I'm at outside, I'm like, I got the little thing around my neck. And I'm like squeezing it, and I'm just like, stay away from me because everybody's sick right now. So that's a biohazard. Now I can't use it anymore. I got a huge thing of it sitting in my drawer, but oh well.
In schools, like people used to ask, like teachers would ask for hand sanitizers or wipes to help with keeping with the classroom maintenance, and all those things are they do really take a toll on your health. So
it's like.
You can
honestly, like essential oils.
When you go into your cupboard, this is like my call to action for everybody watching. Go into your cupboard, and any cupboard, maybe it's the laundry room or in your kitchen under your bathroom sink, pick out 3 products that you just love to use, that you like to clean your house with, and look at the label. Because if that label has things that you can't pronounce, usually, like I see a lot in the internet, people saying if you can't pronounce it, don't use it, kind of thing. But just pick out one of those ingredients, okay? Pick one ingredient and go to Google and write dangers of said ingredient, whatever the ingredient is. You will be surprised from those three of your favorite household products inside of your cupboard. Choose one ingredient from the list of ingredients and just go to Google and type in dangers of whatever the ingredient that you chose, and look at all the dangers that, I mean,
we're exposing ourselves to toxins. And this one, I want to say something real quick, because I talked to my mom. My mom, she said when she was coming up, and this is, these are old timers talking, right? My mom used to say, when we were coming up, black people didn't get cancer. That's what she said. She said, black people didn't get cancer. She said, that's white people thing. And I said, Mom, come on. She said, I'm serious. She said, we used vinegar. We used natural cleaners because we didn't have the money to go and buy the fancy stuff. And they had to grow their own food and do a lot of other stuff. She said, once we started getting better jobs and we started getting more, I guess, fancy cleaners and started doing what everybody else was doing, now all of a sudden we started getting cancer at the same rate as everyone else. And I say that to say that I think that it wasn't, of course, there's no physiological difference between black and white people. But what happens is, as people come here and they start using the Clorox cleanups and the harsh chemicals, thinking, oh, now I have money, I can buy all this stuff. No, they should have kept using the vinegar and water and baking soda and whatever else that, the poor man cleaner stuff. Because, and I'm not just saying the cleaner. I mean, I feel the same thing about food, too. But once we started doing what everybody else was doing, we started getting just as sick as everyone else, okay? And I really think there's a correlation because, cancer wasn't a thing in the Afro-American community for many, many years.
Well, it wasn't a thing for many years, period. It's we have to wake up. There is, it's the number 2, now it's competing for number 1 cause of death. It's a plague, literally a plague.
It's scary.
Cancer, autism, all these chronic illnesses. But folks focus on these really big chronic illnesses, and they're just scared of, they're scared of cancer, they're scared of autism, or they're scared of high blood pressure, or whatever it is, or heart disease, or something like that. But let's consider how many people wake up after a full night's sleep, but you're tired. How many people are just like, I just feel lazy. I'm so lazy. Maybe you're not lazy. Maybe it's you're lethargic because of the onslaught of chemicals around you. How many people suffer from anxiety?
Yes, and depression, and all these other things.
There are other things that our bodies warning us.
And then sometimes you're suffering from stuff, and there's no correlation with your life. Like, you're depressed for no reason. You know what I mean? Your dog didn't die. Your kids are fine. You got money in the bank, and you just feel depressed. A lot of stuff is messing with and affecting our physiological processes. And so minimizing our chemical exposure and, our tolerance, our bodies can only handle so much before they start to wig out,
Yeah.
And so this is one way to minimize toxins in your environment. And personally, I feel with food and cleaning, I feel like I've pretty much taken care of about 80% of my toxic exposure. Like, you can't control the pollution outside, unless you move out. But you can inside your house. You got your diffuser, you got your essential oils. And guys, the reason why I want Sarah to come on here today isn't she pretty? She's lovely. I like having talk with tea, and that's like cool. Is I wanted her to show you guys a way, like this whole line covers, like, I didn't realize, she told me there's so much more, but there you have toothpaste, okay? So it's a whole line, and I've only used the cleaner, and I'm so happy with that. But if I want to take it to the next level, which I got to get some of the sanitizer now that I know that one I have, is a biohazard. But and one thing I wanted to point out too, one capful, okay? Now I used 2 because I'm like, I want it extra strong, which I did not have to do that. I'm just kind of
one capsule is actually the extra strong.
See, do you see how I'm still programmed? I still have the mindset of do I get makeup on me? You're good. I still have the mindset of, like, I gotta have it, yeah, but it really, like, I have this huge spray bottle, and she has this little cute dainty one, but I shook it up so you guys can see the suds activity here. Like, my tub, my kids, they'll jump in and out of the tub, and of course they let the dirt dry, right? And then I will go in and spray this and let this sit on there for like a couple of minutes, not even a long time. And it doesn't have the harsh smell. It used to be when my tub would have a ring around it, I would have to spray something strong, and I'd feel that burn in my nose, and I know, okay, that's coming off, right? Well, this stuff doesn't do that, and I spray it on, and it comes off. Like, that ring comes off the tub, even though I have no burned nose hairs. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is real good stuff.
And it's only $1.50.
It's only $1.50.
But, if you fill 8 ounces of water, 1 cap full of Thieves, this cleaner, this organic, essential oils infused cleaner is $1.50.
That's what's
it's about $1.50 worth. So I mean, this little bottle goes a long way.
Yeah,
it goes a long way.
And so, I mean, I have this. I've used, I don't know how much I've used, but I've used a little bit, and I won't need another one forever. And I won't have to worry about going out and buying this every few weeks or whatever. But I feel like it's doing the job. So, and then there's this big one here. My gosh, this will last a long time,
that
right?
Will last a while.
And so, I mean, this is something that I use for my whole house. So
entire house.
I don't have to have, like, how you look in your cleaning supply room. Like, you probably have like 10 different things for different, whatever. I don't have to do that, and it smells amazing. I know that matters to a lot of people. What is it going to smell like? Your home's going to smell clean. I like my home to smell clean. Now, I didn't ask you, can we use this on hardwood?
Yes. I use this on my wooden floors. You can use it on carpet. You could sprinkle it with baking soda and sprinkle on carpet and use it as a treatment that way.
Okay.
Some people let it soak. Like if you burn the bottom of your pan, okay, you could put it in the water as it's soaking and it'll come off. Folks clean their ovens with it. Okay. This is totally versatile. You could use it from top to bottom your entire house.
Now, what about the diffuser and the essential oil? Like, it's in the air. So what is it doing for me?
So right now, the essential oils and the ionizer, the diffuser, like it's within 3 seconds, it's hitting your cells already. 26 seconds, it is on every organ of your body, and it is going to the cells that it needs to go to and supporting your wellness. So it supports a properly maintaining your immune system. It gives a nice soothing aroma, and it helps ground the areas that you're living around. So it's powerful stuff. This is no joke. And I mean, this bottle has 250 drops, so it's essentially 250 applications. So I know a lot of people are like, this little bottle, what am I going to do with this little thing? But you're talking about drops. You're not talking about half of a essential oil bottle in one use.
Yeah.
So it's just powerful stuff, 1 drop at a time. And if you're looking into chemical-free living or toxin-free living, with Young Living, you can enter in a membership with the Thieves. They have a Thieves Premium Starter Kit, and we call it a starter kit because that's your start to a toxin-free life. You don't just stop there. So maybe the first month you're thinking about, cleaning your household, and then the second month you might think about, okay, let me get chemical free with like my personal care products. And maybe the third month you start talking about, maybe I'm going to be chemical free with other cleaning areas of your home. So you're starting little by little. I didn't just wake up all of a sudden and I'm like, okay, I'm green, I'm clean, and it doesn't happen for a lot of people.
It's little by little.
It's little by little. You start swapping.
Yeah.
And Thieves Cleaner is a really easy way to start swapping because honestly, like, you can go into your cupboards right now and take all the cleaners out and just replace it with that one bottle.
And that feels good. I've done
great.
that. I've done it. And I gotta share one more story, and then we're gonna end this. After Sarah gave me this, right? It ran out eventually. It was just a sample. Well, I refused when I ran out of this to go to the store and buy once all my other stuff ran out, and I did probably use it all up until all my bottles were empty. And I was so excited because I'm like, I'm going to replace it with this stuff. And I was trying to get in touch with Sarah, like, I got to clean my house now, like twitching almost. Like, I'm tempted to go to the store and get some Clorox cleanup. You got to save me from myself. And so you came over in, like, emergency style, guys. No joke. Like, this was like, you know, if I don't get this in like 10 minutes, I'm going to break and go and get me some. And so, like, she probably, like, showed up with rollers in her hair or something. I don't know. But she came and mixed some for me, and I got my fix. And then I was able to order it and get it in. But that's how much I really love this. Like, I cannot say enough, this stuff is the bomb. And if you are trying to be natural, live natural, have a, kind of a natural lifestyle, living, whatever, wellness, your wellness starts here. A lot of my clients, it's a journey. You go into, okay, I'm going to be more natural with my hair. I'm going to be more natural with my food. And then you look at other, like she said, other areas of your life, and you're like, oh, I can be more natural with this and that too. And I feel really well when my house is clean with something that benefits me. Yeah. I am cleaning my house. I am inhaling this. Mm-hmm. And as I'm inhaling this, I'm reaping beneficial properties that are in the cleaner. Like, I'm benefiting from cleaning my house. I clean my house and I feel amazing. Really, guys, you got to try it. I'm going to leave Sarah's contact information down below, and you're welcome to get in touch with her and see if you can get a sample or contact her about her products and all of her line. She doesn't just have this. She does essential oils too, and that's another thing. I've got tons of essential oils from before I knew about the grades and stuff. I am going to probably go ahead and use those up just because I bought them. But once I run out, I'm replacing them one by one with the grade A.
Grade A therapeutic.
Grade A therapeutic, which means that many of them you can ingest.
Yes, many of them. There is a vitality line that tells you what the most commonly ingested oils are, because you definitely don't want to put in your mouth.
That does not mean you take the top off and you drink it, guys. Come on now. Okay, we're talking about you
drops.
Yeah.
Drops.
And try to make sure you work with somebody who's like a health practitioner or somebody who can tell you how many drops to take, because these are very, very strong, very potent. So if you don't know anything about essential oils, one drop in a giant glass of water is a lot. So make sure that you find someone who can kind of guide you on, how many drops or whatever. I've been using them a long time. Sarah's been using them a long time. We kind of know, but you got to be careful with them because they're very, very powerful.
Very potent.
But yeah, so the essential oils, and she's got so many other things. We'll probably do another video.
Sure.
I want to do like an essential oil 101 kind of thing to kind of break down the beneficial properties of essential oils. So,
absolutely.
Because nobody is going to have like, you got these oils and they're so concentrated, but the medicinal qualities from the plant are in the oil, you guys.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to build your immune system, when you're trying to focus on health and wellness, and you're taking a bath, your skin's your largest organ, and you're absorbing things through your skin in your bathtub, you can benefit by putting certain drops of oil in your tub, having a diffuser, going throughout your home. Where you got kids, and it's flu season, having these oil in your air, permeating. I know people who've got one sick kid and the rest of their kids are not sick. Well, you need something going through the air so that the other kids don't get sick, right? Like, that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Sarah, for having tea with me and talking about this wonderful cleaner called Thieves and her whole line. And next time we'll be talking about something else. I don't know. We'll see. Peace.